Medvedchuk. They provide information about extremists on Maidan. Only extremists, this is not true. We have a lot of criminals and a lot of actions against human rights in Ukraine. We prepare the material with all facts of action, with chronology. And we ask the journalists and ask the activists to provide this information to the press, to the media. Now I was in Germany. I was in Germany 1 day ago. We make a press conference with Ruslana and we provide this information through the German press. We know that it's very hard to provide the facts, even facts, because the lobbyists of Mr. Putin and lobbyists who are financed by Medvedchuk, I mean on global level, now blocked the truth about Ukraine. This is current situation. The information war around Ukraine, now we are not a winner. The main problem inside Ukraine now that the police and criminal volunteers work together. We have a lot of facts, video facts, photo facts and evidence, and we can provide it. The Titushki, they got the rocket even from the hand of the police. We have this video. We have a video from regional, from Dnepropetrovsk, from Zaporizhzhia, from Kiev, where the police covered the action of criminal volunteers. I don't know in modern history any case how it goes. We call this criminal junta. That's definitely what is really happening in Ukraine. The government of the Yanukovych declared that they come on through the peaceful way with opposition. What is the position now in Maidan, on Maidan? We have a three cluster of power on Maidan. First is political opposition. It's about 10% of protesters. Only 10% of protesters, be sure. Civil sector. Громадська рада Майдана, Civil Council of Maidan and other organization, Forum of Euromaidans. It's about 70% of Maidan. And radicals, like right sector and like self-defense. This is three sides of power now. And we believe, and we're totally sure, that any negotiation with the power, this organization and these representatives can be involved in this process. Otherwise, it will be only imitation of the peaceful way. What the real problem is now, what we're going to do after Yanukovych. We cannot personificate the evil. The Yanukovych is only one person who is responsible for more terrible thing inside Ukraine. But he is not alone. The criminal junta, it's 1,000 people around him. This is a system. For last 3 years, they stole 2.5 state budget of Ukraine. 2.5 state budget of Ukraine. This is extremely huge money was stolen from state, from the people of Ukraine. They have assets, they have a real estate, they have a plane, they have a boat, they have a businesses in Europe. You know that the former Prime Minister Azarov, after his declaration about European fascism, like he said, about that European is the wrong way. Now he came into Austria to his son. We ask Austrian LGBT community to make a picket near the house of Mr. Azarov. I kindly ask you, you know, the connectivity, it's a big power. That's the power on Maidan. If there's somebody get information about the guys who come out of Ukraine, we know that it will happen. Thousands of people, member of party of region, former ministers, will come from Ukraine. I believe in our victory. I believe in our victory. But we think what we're going to do after the victory. I ask you, these guys, they live in Europe. They will live in Europe, they will live in the United States, in other jurisdictions. In Switzerland, we have a group. In France, we have a group. In Germany, we have a group. I know that 50 years ago, the Israeli people said, we will find everything, we will find everybody. I ask Ukrainian people, we will find everybody. The situation now is very hard. Now we're trying to remove Dmitry Bulatov from Ukraine. And I hope that it will be successful in close 2 days.
They're trying to arrest him right now.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. But working with Olga Bogomolets to remove him, like ill people, for the medicine treatment over Ukraine for foreign. And I hope that Dima will leave the country. You know some facts about Tanya Chernovol, we know some facts about Grigory Rusenko. But we know more facts with the beaten activists, with activists who disappeared with their families. And this is not a fantasy. We have to leave country because they pressure us. They follow us, they wait in us. They broken our assets, they broken our cars. This is not a democratic way. Our parliament is not working. The political opposition declares that they can decide. They cannot decide. We cooperate with them, but they cannot decide because they're part of this system. Unfortunately. This week, we are waiting for the strong pressure on Maidan. Every day, we've got information that the bear could come to Maidan. But another fact, it's very important, why they want to remove Maidan till 7th of December. Because the Olympic Games is coming. And no money from Mr. Putin to Mr. Yanukovych, while he's delete this little problem inside the capital of Ukraine. We know that now the Yanukovych has no money to push and to press and to finance the warriors inside Ukraine. The army, the part of the army, said directly, we do not shoot the people. I believe that the army is a part of the people. The army also poor. The army also have no finance. The army of Mr. Yanukovych, this is policemen, criminal volunteers, and the Berkut. I don't know who will help him after the Olympic Games. But I know that we are short of time. what we're gonna do here, what we're gonna do in the Europe. Collect the information about all assets, like our friends from Yanukovych informing. They also leave the country. They're all activists who can make anything for the people inside Maidan have to leave or have to be on illegal position inside the country. We're trying to remove from the country more than 20 our activists who in the list on the border. Friends, this is not a Hollywood story. This is really war. It unfortunately be very close to civil war. The people inside Maidan, they're full of aggression, and we, civil sector of Maidan, we're trying to calm them, because we know that the aggression is the wrong way. Because from other side, the young guys, not Berkut, the young guys, I mean the young soldiers, they're the citizens. But the power use them like protection, like a leaf wall of their assets, of their residence, of their money. We are working to informate and to agitate them through their family, but it's very hard. Last day, the forum of Euromaidan make a resolution to organize international press center in the Europe to provide the true information, what is really happening in Ukraine. We create a lot of presentation and tools, and we'll present it to you with the facts, with the photos, with video, with evidence, what is really happening in Ukraine. Our streamers now on Maidan and all over Ukraine will show the real picture without any cutting and editing. What is really happening in Ukraine. The main thesis that Yanukovych lied to European Union. Yanukovych lied to world. He is the head of criminal junta. He is the trigger of the system of criminal junta. And we cannot decide it through only opposition. We cannot decide it through the only European Union or the United States. We can decide it razom, together. We ask to help volunteers who have a connection with a journalist. We're trying to organize a press conference this week in Copenhagen. We invite Olga Bogomolets, Ruslana, and I hope that somebody from after Maidan. If the Bitibulatov will be healthy, we invite him as well. But you have to know. Sorry by saying this terrible thing, but this is true. To make an analysis of events in Ukraine within the period, with the list of all conventions and international legal framework of human rights, provisions of which violated. Now the group of international lawyers work on the documents for the tribunal in Gaga. It's not sound so fantastic. What they really did with the people in Ukraine, this is impossible for 21st century. I will ask you, please join the activist group on Facebook. Please provide the true information. Please help us with the translation of journalists, of civil journalist material. As you know, that we have no free press. We have information, and I provide it to you. How many journalists can be shot? 42. From our Spilnobachiny, 7. One can be in prison. Was in prison. Volodya Kragior. We need more lawyers. We need support. We need support and information, and we need to involve international lawyers to provide the information to all human rights organizations. We are very close to terrible things. On Maidan, now, what's our perspective? What's our foresight? We can create Народная Rada, People's Parliament, because the Parliament now is really not working. The majority of party